In Dragonflight, Blizzard have completely rethought and actually is redoing everything when it comes to professions. The entirety of the overview of what we know about professions is going to be turned on its head, and a lot of the things that we've been used to are pretty much going away. Now, the reason that I am here talking to you guys today is exactly one of those reasons. Welcome back, guys, to yet another World of Warcraft video on this channel. And today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about recrafting. Now, obviously, from the title of the video, maybe the thumbnail as well, you might have already realized that this is what that video is about. But before we get straight into it, make sure you guys drop a like on the video and actually also subscribe to the channel because it helps me out greatly. And before we do get fully started here, there is one thing I want to talk to you guys about. Now, this is a little bit of a sellout moment, I know, but to be continuously able to support everything that I do on this channel and also live stream, I have created myself a little bit of a Patreon. Now, you guys might not be fully interested in Patreon, but for the people that are interested, I will be offering some cool benefits like a Q&A Discord channel, some early access to YouTube videos like this one, and also some one-on-one gold making coaching. And of course, you can find more information about that on the Patreon itself, and there will be a link to it down in the description below. I hope you guys are going to like it. I hope you guys are going to enjoy it, and make sure you drop your thoughts down in the comments below. But either way, let's get straight into this video. So what we have right here is basically a little bit of a blue post where Blizzard goes over what they mean by recrafting. And I'd like to read this for you guys in Blizzard's words, and then we'll go down to some clarifications that they've actually also posted as well. So here it is. One thing I want to talk about that we have not mentioned yet is the concept of recrafting. It is still in the works, so it's likely to change some, but the basic idea is as follows. So very important, guys, this is a system that might change, probably will change. They're saying recrafting will allow you to take any piece of Dragonflight craft gear and bring it back into the crafting screen as a crafter. You can then spend a special reagent plus a small subset of the original reagents from the recipe to recraft the item. And then additionally, during this process, you can completely change out optional reagents if you want. The new quality of the item will be determined based on the new setup of your reagent plus your current skill. This means you can have an item crafted at a low quality and then later recraft it when you're at a higher skill to a higher quality. For non-crafters, we're planning to support recrafting orders as well, and in this case, you can send your item to get recrafted, to have its optional reagents changed out, or to potentially have its quality increased. All of this should help players to feel comfortable having a high-end item crafted early when it might not be at max quality, secure in the knowledge that they can have well, this is a little weirdly worded, when it might not be at max quality, secure in the knowledge that they can always have it recrafted to be better later. So basically what Blizzard wants is, if you guys are familiar with the Crafter's Mark system currently in Shadowlands, what they want to do is, if you craft, let's say, a 200 eye level piece, and later on in the expansion, you can craft, you know, a 280 eye level piece, what they want your, well, they want your options to be that you can take your 200 eye level crafted piece, take it, give it to a crafter, or if you're a crafter yourself, take it, destroy it, get some of the materials back, and recraft it into the better version of that specific thing for a smaller amount of materials. They're basically saying that, you know, for a little bit extra and a smaller amount of the materials that were needed to craft the item, you can make it better. So it's basically kind of like reforging it. They just call it recrafting it. And this is obviously a very big deal. This is a huge deal because they are basically trying to say that everything you get in professions, when it comes to at least endgame items, they want it to be pretty much good throughout the entire thing. So every single time they upgrade eye levels or they upgrade the professions, they also want the things that you can craft to follow along with it. And they also want people to understand there is no reason to wait 3 weeks to craft the best version if you can just recraft it along the way. So this is very good news for gold makers, because this will mean that everyone will want to get their I guess, best in slot crafted things as quickly as possible, and they're not going to wait because they know they're going to be able to recraft. Now, obviously, this is very early stages. There's a bunch of questions that would go into this, and Blizzard has already, put some clarifications out that we can actually look at. So, one question comes out from an unnamed person here. Will the missive system or something similar to it be coming back in Dragonflight? And if so, can recrafted items have their stats changed from the original craft? And if you guys do not know what this guy is talking about, he's talking about the missive system for legendaries, where you could obviously take 1 or 2 missives and you could decide what kind of, obviously, stats you would want on a specific item. And Blizzard is saying, we definitely think it's valuable to be able to adjust stats on some crafted gear. Customization is one of the coolest aspects of crafting. As far as recrafting changes those stats, the intent would be something like this would continue to be done for optional reagents. So in a case like that, yes, you could use recrafting to swap out those optional reagents and thus change the secondary stats. So they're basically saying that the missive system will continue. They're not confirming if it's going to be missives or something else, but that style of crafting will still be there. So that is still gonna be that certain stats are going to be very, I guess, desirable for crafters to go for. Another question here, is a system like reforging likely to make a return in relation to crafted gear? This is something that I talked about, or any gear for that matter. Maybe an item to reforge stats could be given to a profession. So here it is. The recrafting system described is very specific to crafted gear only. So obviously here they're only talking about crafted gear and absolutely nothing else. And this is obviously pretty important, pretty simple, but it's good that they're giving the clarification. Another question pointed out here, just for clarification, making up random numbers for context. If an eye level 325 item costs 50 dragon scales to make, and a 350 costs 75 dragon scales to make, would you only need 25 dragon scales to upgrade your 325 to a 350 instead of needing to craft an all new item, similar to how upgrading Shadowlands legendaries works for Soul Ash and Cinders? So basically what this guy is asking, will we need more materials if you're recrafting it, or will it be whatever you're missing in between those two crafted items? So here they have a long answer, which is really important. They're saying the recrafting system shouldn't be thought of as an upgrade system. It is just a way to take something that has been crafted in the past and recraft it with a changed optional reagent and possibly a different quality. So to give a more concrete example using your numbers, this is very good. A crafted recipe might make a helm between item level 325 and 335, depending on quality. It could require 100 dragon scales as its main reagent. A skilled crafted person might be able to make it straight up at quality 5, item level 335, while a new crafter might only make it at quality 1, or item level 325. In both cases, the reagent cost is the same. Now you say you got your piece crafted by the unskilled crafter at quality 1, item level 325. Maybe it's a friend that says, hey, I've been working on my blacksmithing and I can now make that piece at quality 5. Send it to me via a recrafting order to me and I'll hook you up. And then you do. Your friend then recrafts your helm using the old helmet, 20 dragon scales, and one of a special reagent here to recraft it. The result is it is now quality 5 and item level 335. So basically what this means is they're giving a clarification on how the different item levels will work through quality. So this is very important to notice. They're saying that depending on how skilled of a craftsman you are, which is probably based on your talent tree or your spec, how much you've done in a profession, your rank in the profession, you will be able to craft a certain item level of an item. And what he's saying is that to recraft it, all you're going to need is the dragon scales that's in between the levels and another special reagent. And this is some of those bind on pickup reagents that they've talked about. Probably going to get these from Mythic Plus, raids, whatever other content that you could imagine you would need. But the reason they're saying that you need this as as a recraft thing? Well, think of it like this. Let's say that you have a 325 item and it costs 100 dragon scales to make and the optional reagent or the special reagent, right? Well, instead of straight up having to do that one more time at 335, well, if you already have crafted the 325, which is the lower quality version of it, well, then you can ask a crafter, or if you're a crafter yourself, to just simply recraft the item, break it down. It costs less resources, still the special reagent, but then you're up there. So it's Blizzard's way of making sure that people will slowly progress on their items and professions will stay relevant throughout that progress. And also, so you don't have to wait until you can craft it once and then you're good. So they're kind of like, you will progress along with your profession. But basically what this will mean is you're going to have an option to craft certain items multiple times, both through recrafting, but also first time crafting, which is really good because what this basically will do is you will have certain people coming maybe back to you if they start knowing your name or whatever else we might see. This is obviously still very early stages, but I wanted to make this video to talk to you guys about this because it's a pretty big deal. And yeah, let's start some conversations. If you guys have any questions about this system, make sure you drop them down in the comments below and maybe we'll bring them on the forums or ask them next time they put up a blue post. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until the next one, see you guys.